big Red Wings fan.
You want me to break this ice? Haha.
Yeah, get me started here.
All right, my biggest fear.
Is that Sam is right about Dylan Larkin? That's fine.
Oh
You can
well,
say
I mean that kind of goes all
You might
together.
have to talk to the YouTubers.
Might go all together with where I'm heading here. My biggest fear is that the Colorado Avalanche are going to sweep Edmonton and go to the Stanley Cup Finals. Right? Hear me out. The Lightning are going to come back and win 4 in a row.
Oh.
And then they're going to sweep the Avs in the Stanley Cup Finals. And then Steve Yzerman's going to want to get out of Detroit and go back to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
That's my biggest
Losing
fear.
Yzerman. Losing Yzerman. I didn't even want to go down that road. But yeah, that was really sad.
I feel like it's impossible for him to leave, right? Like, isn't this where he wants to be?
Yeah.
But
I don't think he's leaving.
But that fear is there of, oh, man, there's something better out there again, you know?
Yeah.
Writing's on the wall.
Way better than what we're seeing in Detroit. Mike, do you have...
that's rough, man. That's a nightmare.
Do you have a biggest fear for the Red Wings?
I have a different fear with the same man, actually. So...
My cat's looking at me from up here.
So
There he was. He's not anymore.
My biggest fear as a Red Wings fan is that every single move that this man makes, I go, yep, all right. Even though I don't like it, or if I like it, I believe in Stevie.
So it's the blind faith.
Okay, so then the faith starts wavering.
Yeah.
And years down the road, say 2 years down the road, you start thinking, okay, we're in year 3, we're in year 4, we're in year 5 of the rebuild, and we're not seeing any progress, and that terrifies me. And I listen, I keep thinking, okay, I know it's going to take a lot of time. In the cap era, it's really, really rough to get back on your feet and get back into the playoffs. But I get absolutely terrified that we clamored after this man when he came back. It's going to happen. Look at what he did with Tampa. And say at that 5th year, we're still struggling and getting bounced in the first round if we get there,
Yeah.
And then you go, we're going to get laughed at again. Like when Lions fans, they go, we've been through GMs, and then Pistons fans, we've been through GMs, and we've tried the GM coach thing, and it's not working, and this can't happen to the Red Wings too.
Uh-huh.
Like, just don't do that to us, right? I think that's my biggest fear is, please let this man be the change that this organization needs.
Yeah,
and comes through.
Yep. No, I agree completely. That scares the crap out of me. That's kind of what I wrote down, and I went a little more in depth here. As I said, my biggest fear is that this rebuild is far, far from over. I've been preaching patience along with Yzerman, and what he has done with the cap is incredible. But Ken Holland said on his way out, basically, that this is going to be an 8 to 10 year rebuild, kind of as a joke. But here we sit, how many years in, and it's not looking any better. And again, I love what Yzerman's doing. I think he's done an incredible job. But we aren't getting franchise-changing players. We're not getting, at least through the draft, we're not getting the Crosby of this team. We're not getting the Kane and Taves. We're not getting the McDavids, the McKinnons. And I know that these guys are a dime a dozen, but that's how these teams got them, is through the draft. And here we are, when we're really bad, well, we're not getting true blue, like, game-changing talent. Now, I don't want to slight Mo Sider and Lucas Raymond and some of the other guys coming in, because I don't think that's fair to them, but I don't think that they're not that. And that's where we're going to need to find a way to get that. Now, another fear of mine is that we did hitch our wagon to Larkin a little too early, and the organization has handcuffed themselves with that seed, with what they're doing. And it's like, if you ever trade him, you better get a freaking package that's going to make these fans happy. You know what I mean? Because you've already promised them something with Larkin that was very unfair. It was unfair to Dylan. It was unfair to the fans to say that this is our new savior. And a lot of people probably jumped the gun on that with thinking he's the next Yzerman or something along those lines. But, like, man, we are so stinking. You look at these 4 teams that are left. I'm not going to even include, let's just say 3. You got the Tampa Bay Lightning, Obviously, Rangers are beating them right now, but let's just focus on what it is. Tampa Bay Lightning, Edmonton Oilers, and Colorado Avalanche. These teams are insanely higher quality than the Red Wings. Red Wings had a lead against a couple of these teams, and they just decided to, wake up and score 8 goals.
Right.
And then you lose 8-3.
Right.
Like, that's what we were doing. Like, that's what we did against these type of teams, is they clicked something and literally did everything and anything they wanted to do the rest of the game.
And getting to, like, power plays.
We're so freaking far away. It is unreal.
Yeah.
And that's a fear of mine, is just the patient level is going to get a lot harder than people realize. And I'm going to keep saying patience, keep being patient, but throughout all of this, it just seems like we're going to have a few more years of really bad. And I'm a little worried that we're going to become more mediocre than we want to be too soon. You know what I mean? And maybe kind of go into that Pistons of purgatory. Now, I think it's a little different. The NHL, you can get out of purgatory without going down. Like, you can go up from purgatory.
We watched Steve Yzerman get us out of Ken Holland's purgatory.
Yeah, that was gosh awful. So I don't know.
So to one of your points, though, if you are one of those people that does worry about getting a package or something, I don't know, what should I say, fun or amazing in return for Dylan Larkin. That's definitely what she said. I do trust him in getting the right guys back.
Yeah,
I really do.
I really do trust Yzerman in what he's doing. I do. I just wonder about that clock. When are people going to start? You know what I mean?
Yep.
And he doesn't have. I don't think he's going to jump ship like kind of John joked about and brought up.
Is giggling over there.
I don't know. When are the fans going to do? And is it going to ruin our perspective of Yzerman? You know what I mean? Like, that's a major fear, because look at what happened with, was it Dumars? Was that who the GM was for the Pistons? Like, people loved him, and that ending was just, not fun for anybody. But
he was part of that Darko draft too. You can't sleep at night if you're Joe Dumars.
Yeah. So